Hello friends, this is Bhuvnesh. Today we will discuss the MCQs of Civil Procedure Code. आगे कंटिन्यू करते हैं. Next question is, if a document which ought to be produced in the court along with the pleadings is not produced under Order 7 Rule 14 Subclause 3 of the CPC at the hearing of the suit, so the same shall not be received in evidence on behalf of the plaintiff. तो इसको एविडेंस को प्लेंटिफ के बिहाफ पे रिसीव नहीं कर सकते. सो ऑप्शन ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट इज ऑर्डर 8 रूल 1 मैंडेट्स दैट द डिफेंडेंट शैल फाइल द रिटन स्टेटमेंट हिज डिफेंस विद इन. रिटन स्टेटमेंट फाइल करने के लिए 30 डेज मिलते हैं, 30 डेज फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ सर्विस ऑफ समन. सो ऑप्शन सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. दिस इज अंडर ऑर्डर 8 रूल 1. Next is the provisions of Order 8 Rule 1 of the CPC are directory being procedural. Directory being procedural. So option A is the correct answer. Next is the time schedule contained in Order 8 Rule 1 of the CPC is to be followed as a rule and departure therefrom would be an exception. So option B is the correct answer. Next is the prayer for extension of time beyond the period of 90 days prescribed under Order 8 Rule 1 of CPC for filing the written statement is to be granted only for exceptional circumstances occasioned by the reason beyond the control of the defendant. So option D is the correct answer. Next is a prayer for extension of time beyond the period of 90 days for filing the written statement. A prayer for extension of time beyond the period of 90 days for filing the written statement. अगर प्रेयर करनी है 90 डेज के बाद आपको टाइम पीरियड चाहिए तो हैज टू बी इन राइटिंग, तो आपको राइटिंग में देना होगा. ऑप्शन बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट इज फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ सेक्शन 39 ऑफ द सीपीसी द कोर्ट इज ऑफ कॉम्पिटेंट jurisdiction if at the time of making the application for transfer of decree to it such court would have jurisdiction to try the suit in which such decree was passed. जहां पे डिक्री पास हुई है. सो ऑप्शन ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट इज the rule of ratable distribution of the proceeds of execution sale among decree holder in contained in section 73 of the CPC. So option A is the correct answer. Next is Supreme Court in case of Union of India versus Soma Sundaram Mills Private Limited held that under section 73 of the CPC the debts due to the state are entitled to the priority over all other debts. So option C is the करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट इज अ प्लेंट कैन बी रिजेक्टेड. प्लेंट कहां पे रिजेक्ट होती है? अंडर ऑर्डर 7 रूल 11 ऑफ द सीपीसी. सो ऑप्शन सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट इज द पावर्स अंडर ऑर्डर 7 रूल 11 ऑफ सीपीसी कैन बी एक्सरसाइज्ड बिफोर रजिस्टरिंग द प्लेंट आफ्टर इश्यूएंस ऑफ समन टू द डिफेंडेंट एट एनी स्टेज बिफोर द कंक्लूजन ऑफ ट्रायल आइदर ए और बी और सी. सो ऑप्शन डी दैट इज आइदर ए और बी और सी, कोई भी हो सकता है. सो ऑप्शन डी इज द correct answer. Next is for an application under order 7 rule 11 the averment in the plaint are genuine and the plea taken by the defendant in the written statement are wholly irrelevant. So option A is the correct answer. Next is under order 7 rule 11 of the CPC whole of the plaint is to be rejected. जब 7/11 में रिजेक्ट होती है तो सारी प्लेंट रिजेक्ट की जाती है. So option B is the correct answer. Next is in a case the suit has been instituted in a court having no jurisdiction territorial or pecuniary the plaintiff is liable to be returned. मतलब अगर ऐसी कोर्ट में फाइल हो गया जहां पे ना तो टेरिटोरियल जुरिस्डिक्शन है ना पेक्यूनरी जुरिस्डिक्शन है तो ऐसा सूट क्या होगा? रिटर्न किया जाएगा. नेक्स्ट इज ऑन रिजेक्शन ऑफ अ सूट अंडर ऑर्डर 7 रूल 11 ऑफ द सीपीसी a fresh suit on the same cause of action under order 7 rule 13 of the CPC is not barred at all. So option B is the correct answer. Next is several person can be joined as a plaintiff in cases where right arises out of the same act in favor of such person where any common question of law is involved both A and B. So option C is the correct answer. Several person can be joined as defendant. पहले plaintiff की बात कर रही थी, अब defendant की बात कर रहा है. Where right arises out of the same act against such person where any common question of law is involved. So दोनों होंगे, both A and B is the correct answer. Next is multifarious in a suit result due to misjoinder of parties and misjoinder of cause of action. So option C is the correct answer. Next is where a person who is a necessary party to the suit has not been joined as a party to the suit, it इज अ केस ऑफ, अगर ऐसी कोई नेसेसरी पार्टी है जिसको हमने सूट में नहीं डाला, ज्वाइन नहीं करवाया, तो इस केस को क्या बोलेंगे हम, दैट इज नॉन ज्वाइंडर. सो ऑप्शन ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट इज on account of misjoinder or non-joinder of parties under order 1 rule 9 of the CPC the suit is cannot be dismissed. इस केस में सूट जो है डिसमिस नहीं होगा. नेक्स्ट इज objection as to the non-joinder or misjoinder of the parties under order 1 rule 13 of the CPC can be taken at the earliest possible opportunity. So option B is the correct answer. Next is a suit is bad for non-joinder of a necessary party as provided under order 1 rule 9 of the CPC. So option B is the correct answer. Next is a suit in representative capacity can be filed by virtue of under order 1 rule 8 of the CPC. representative capacity में जो सूट डाला जाता है वो order 1 rule 8 of the CPC में डाला जाता है. तो option A is the correct answer. Next is a suit filed in representative capacity can be withdrawn, compromised and abandoned etc. by the plaintiff after notice to all the person interested. ये किया जा सकता है लेकिन जितने भी interested person है उनको notice जाएगा. So option B is the correct answer. Next is a person can be made a party in the suit either as a plaintiff or a defendant under order 1 rule 10 of the CPC. So option B is the correct answer. Next is the word act in order 3 rule 1 and 2 of the CPC is confined only in respect of acts done by the power of attorney holder in exercise of power granted by the instrument and would not include deposing in place and instead of the principal. So option A is the correct answer. Next is a necessary party is one in whose absence no order can be made effectively. So option A is the correct answer. Next is in a suit the list of witnesses has to be filed by the parties after settlement of issue settlement होने के बाद. So option B is the correct answer. Next is when the plaintiff fails to pay the court fee or postal charges for service of someone on defendant or fail to present copies of the plaint, the suit is liable to be rejected under order 7 rule 11 of the CPC, dismissed for non prosecution under order 9 rule 2 of the CPC. So either A or B. Option C is the correct answer. Next is court can direct the parties to opt for any one mode of the alternative dispute resolution under order 10 rule 1A of the CPC. So option A is the correct answer. Next is consequent to failure of conciliation, the presiding officer of the conciliation firm can refer the matter again to the court under order 10 rule 1C of the CPC. So option B is the correct answer. Next is where an application for leave to deliver interrogatories has been moved along with the interrogatories proposed to be delivered, that application shall be decided as provided under order 11 rule 2 of the CPC within 7 days from the date of submission of the application. So option C is the correct answer. Next is list of witness after settlement of issues must be filed within 15 days. So option A is the correct answer. Next is where a witness fails to appear before the court without any reasonable ground under order 16 rule 12 of the CPC, such a witnesses can be penalized to extent of 500 rupees. So option C is the correct answer. Next is if a plaintiff fails to sue for whole of the claim which he is entitled to make in respect of a cause of action in the first suit, then he is precluded from suing in the suit in respect of portion so omitted by virtue of order 2 rule 3 of the CPC. So option B is the correct answer. Next is order 2 rule 2 of the CPC does not apply to application for execution, writ petition, both A and B दोनों पे नहीं लगता. order 2 rule 2 ना writ petitions पे ना ही application for execution पे. So both A and B is the correct answer. So answer is C. Next is name of the party in a suit can be struck off under order 1 rule 10 of the CPC. So option A is the correct answer. Next is pleading must state facts only. So option A is the correct answer. Next is pleading must be signed by the party and his pleader. pleader के भी साइन होंगे, पार्टी के भी साइन होंगे pleading पे. So option C is the correct answer. Next is which of the following legal plea need not be pleaded? Estoppel, limitation, res judicata किसी पे भी नहीं लगता. So none of the above is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. Next is which of the following must be stated in the pleading? That is facta probanda. Facta probanda. Option B is the correct answer. Next is under order 6 Rule 15 of the CPC, pleading must be verified by all the parties if there are more than one or any one of the parties. So option C is the correct answer. Next is, in suits by or against a corporation under order 29 rule 1 of the CPC, pleading must be signed and verified by the secretary, any director, other principal officer able to depose either A or B or C. So option D is the correct answer. Next is, furnishing of further particular has been defined. Furnishing of further particular has been provided under order 6 rule 5 of the CPC. So option B is the correct answer. Next is, under order 6 rule 16 of the CPC, the pleading can be ordered to be struck off if are unnecessarily scandalous, frivolous or vexatious, if tend to prejudice, embarrass or delay the fair trial, if is an abuse of the process of the court. So all of the above is correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. Next is, pleading means प्लेंट एंड रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट. प्लीडिंग में क्या क्या आता है, प्लेंट भी आती है और रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट भी आती है. तो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस ऑप्शन बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट इज, प्लीडिंग हैज बीन डिफाइंड अंडर ऑर्डर 6 रूल 2 ऑफ द CPC. ऑप्शन बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, प्लीडिंग हैज बीन डिफाइंड अंडर ऑर्डर 6 रूल 1 ऑफ द CPC. सो ऑप्शन ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, प्लीडिंग कैन बी अल्टर्ड और अमेंडेड under order 6 rule 17 of the CPC. So option A is the correct answer. Next is, pleading can be amended. Pleading can be amended. So option D, at any stage of the proceeding. Which of the following amendment can be allowed under order 6 rule 17 of the CPC? Amendment for granting relief on the basis of different approaches to the same facts, amendment taking note of subsequent events, amendment for correcting the misdescription of the property, all of the above. So option D, all of the above is the correct answer. Next is, the provisions of amendment order 6 rule 17 of the CPC do not apply to the pleading which were filed before the commencement of the Amendment Act of 1999 and 2002. So option A is the correct answer. Next is, pleading can be amended. Pleading can be amended before the trial court, before the first appellate court, before the second appellate court, all of the above. Any of all of the above, कहीं पे भी. So option D is the correct answer. Next is, amendment in pleading shall be effective. Amendment in pleading shall be effective from the date of the pleading. So option A is the correct answer. Next is, while considering whether an amendment is to be granted or not, while considering whether an amendment is to be granted or not, the court does not go into the merits of the matter and decides whether or not the claim made therein is bona fide or not. So option A is the correct answer. Next is, on the ground that an amendment may take the suit out of the jurisdiction of that court is no ground for refusing that amendment, is no ground for refusing that amendment. So option C is the correct answer. Next is, for the purpose of order 14 rule 4 of the CPC, the court may adjourn the framing of issue to a date not later than 7 days. So option A is the correct answer. Next is, under order 16 rule 1 sub rule 4, summon may be obtained by the parties within dash of the presenting the list of witnesses 7 days. So option B is the correct answer. Under order 16 rule 2 of the CPC, the expenses of a witness for whom the summon have been obtained shall be deposited by the party applying for the summon within 7 days of making the application. So option B is the correct answer. Next is, the court instead of examining witness in open court direct their statement to be recorded on commission by virtue of rule 19 of order 18 of the CPC. So option A is the correct answer. Next is, copy of the judgment shall be made available to the parties under order 20 rule 1 subclause 2 of the CPC immediately after the pronouncement of the judgment. So option B is the correct answer. Next is, under order 20 rule 6A of the CPC, decree is to be drawn up in any case within dash from the date of pronouncement of judgment. So option 4, 15 days. Next is, under order 6 rule 17 of the CPC, the amendment of the pleading may be allowed as may be necessary for determining the real controversy between the parties. So option A is the correct answer. Amendment allowed under order 6 rule 17 of CPC must be carried on in case no time is fixed for carrying on the amendment within 14 days. So option B is the correct answer. Next is under order 7 rule 14 of the CPC, the document must be filed along with the plaint. So option A is the correct answer. Next is set off is a reciprocal ascertainment of debts between the parties. So option B is the correct answer. Next is set off can be claimed in a recovery of money suit only. So option B is the correct answer. Next is set off can be of a certain sum of money. So option A is the correct answer. Next is set off can be legal set off, equitable set off, both A and B दोनों हो सकते हैं. So option C is the correct answer. Next is in set of court fees is payable. So option A is the correct answer. Next is in a written statement a defendant can claim set of, counterclaim, both set of and can counterclaim. So दोनों कर सकता है. Option C is the correct answer. Next is which of the following in respect of set of is correct? Set of can be claimed in a suit for recovery of money. The amount claimed must be a certain amount. The amount claimed to be set off must be legally recoverable and not barred by limitation. All of the above. So all of the above is the correct answer. Fourth is the correct answer. Next is which of the following can exceed the pecuniary jurisdiction of the court? Set of, counterclaim, both set of and counterclaim, neither set of nor counterclaim. So neither set of nor counterclaim. Option 4th is the correct answer. Next is a right to set off has been granted under order 8 rule 6 of the CPC. So option A is the correct answer. Next is set off and counterclaim arises out of the same transaction. So ये गलत है. Set off should not be barred on the date of the suit while counterclaim should not be barred on the date of filing of the written statement. ये सही है. Claim for set off cannot exceed plaintiff claim whereas counter claim can exceed the plaintiff claim. So first गलत है, second और third correct है. So option D is the correct answer. A right to counter claim has been provided. A right to counter claim has to be provided under order 8 rule 6A of the CPC. So option A is the correct answer. Next, if in any case in which the defendant set up a counter claim, the suit of a plaintiff is stayed, discontinued or dismissed, the counter claim can nevertheless be proceeded with. So option B is the correct answer. Next is default in filing of written statement has been dealt with under order 8 rule 10 of the CPC. So option C is the correct answer. On default in filing of written statement under order 8 rule 10 of the CPC, pronouncement of judgment is discretionary. So option B is the correct answer. Next is on failure to file the written statement under order 8 rule 10 of the CPC, the court may pronounce the judgment at once, may order for striking of the defense, may pass any other order either A or B or C. So option D is the correct answer. Next is where the plaintiff fails to pay the court fee or postal charges for service of summon of the suit on the defendant, the suit can be dismissed under order 9 rule 2 of the CPC. P is the correct answer. Next is where on the date fixed for hearing of a suit neither of the party appears, the dismissal of the suit shall be under order 9 rule 3 of the CPC. So option C is the correct answer. Next is under order 9 rule 2 of the CPC, a suit can be dismissed when the plaintiff fails to pay the court fee or postal charges for the service of summon of the suit to the defendant. So option C is the correct answer. Next is a suit can be dismissed in default under order 9 rule 3 of the CPC, under order 9 rule 8 of the CPC. So both B and C. Option D is the correct answer. Next is under order 9 rule 3 of the CPC applies where on the date fixed for hearing in a suit neither party appears. So option A is the correct answer. Next is under order 9 rule 4 of the CPC, a suit can be restored if dismissed only under A and B, means under order 9 rule 2 of the CPC, under order 9 rule 3 of the CPC. Option D is the correct answer. Next is when a suit is dismissed under order 9 rule 2 or under order 9 rule 3 of the CPC, a fresh suit under order 9 rule 4 of the CPC, the same cause of action is not barred if within the limitation. अगर limitation में है तो बार नहीं होगा. So option C is the correct answer. Next is under order 9 rule 8 of the CPC, a suit can be dismissed if on the date of hearing only the defendant appears and plaintiff does not appear. तो dismiss हो जाएगा अगर plaintiff appear नहीं होता. So option A is the correct answer. Next is a suit is dismissed under order 9 rule 8 of the CPC can be restored under order 9 rule 9 of the CPC. अगर order 9 rule 8 में dismiss हो गया तो रिस्टोर कहाँ पे होगा? ऑर्डर 9 रूल 9 में हुआ. ठीक है. सो ऑप्शन बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट इज Under Order 9 Rule 8 of the CPC, for non-appearance of the plaintiff, a suit cannot be dismissed if the defendant admitted the whole claim of the plaintiff, if the defendant admits the claim of the plaintiff in part to the extent of the claim admitted. So both A and B is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. Next is, after dismissal of suit under Order 9 Rule 8 of CPC, a fresh suit on the same cause of action under Order 9 Rule 9 of the CPC is barred. So option A is the correct answer. Next is, an application for restoration of the suit under Order 9 Rule 4 of the CPC or under Order 9 Rule 9 of the CPC must be made within 30 days of the dismissal. So option B is the correct answer. Order 9 Rule 6 of the CPC provide for procedure when only the plaintiff appears and defendant does not appear on the date of hearing in the contingency, when someone duly served on the defendant, when someone served on the defendant but not within the sufficient time, when someone not duly served, all of the above. So option D is the correct answer. Next is, under Order 9 Rule 6 of the CPC, defendant can be proceeded against ex parte. So option B is the correct answer. Next is, an order under Order 9 Rule 6 of the CPC can be set aside under Order 9 Rule 7 of the CPC. So option A is the correct answer. An application under Order 9 Rule 6 of the CPC can be made at any time on or before the next date of hearing. So option D is the correct answer. Next is, where a plaintiff who is ordered to appear in person fails to appear under Order 9 Rule 12 of CPC, the suit of the plaintiff is liable to be dismissed. So option B is the correct answer. Next is, where a defendant who has been ordered to appear in person fails to appear under Order 9 Rule 12 of the CPC, the defendant is liable to be proceeded ex parte. So option B is the correct answer. नेक्स्ट इज, एन एक्स पार्टे डिक्री कैन बी साइड, एक्स पार्टे डिक्री को किस में सेटिसाइड किया जाएगा? सो अंडर Order 9 Rule 13 of the CPC. So option C is the correct answer. Next is, an ex parte decree can be set aside on the ground of someone not duly served being prevented by any sufficient cause for appearance. दोनों रीजन हो सकते हैं. So both A and B. Option D is the correct answer. Next is, remedy available against an ex parte decree include appeal, review, application for set aside the decree, all of the above. So all of the above is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. Next is,